Well, that's blurry as all buggery, isn't it? And the camera's skew. There we go. Please bear with me while I sort this shit out. Right. Still not super clear, is it? See if we can remedy it. Does that look any sharper? Who knows? Oh, maybe it's because it's like 300 and something. Yeah. Let's scale it back a bit and live with that. How's that looking? It's a bit better. My lighting that's screwing it up, but I'm working on that. Anyway, don't need those bits just now. I'm going to see if my setup works. Keep that handy. Now, this overblown exposed brick, if you can just about make it out there, yeah, is a BlackMagic ThunderBolt Shuttle live capture device. And it's, let's have a look, in various analogs, audio, S-video, slightly more digital component, and HDMI in. Now, at the local TV station, we have used this for the world's most boring live broadcast of doing Commune Filmectica council meetings. And it connects to a Mac over Thunderbolt, and for the council stuff, it's analog inputs, and it works fine. However, if, and I will show you a demo, if you use a digital input, you get this demo. So, you get something like that. This is us capturing some kind of it's a like multi-console emulator thing, and anything with HDMI, it just does this horrible epileptic seizure-inducing mess, which I won't force you to look at anymore. And it only ever does this with HDMI, and I noticed after a while it's because it gets hot whenever it's doing HDMI. I'm not sure why. I've got a little theory. It's something to do with HDCP. But either way, I've opened up the backup one that we have here and revealed all its insides, which, if I hold up, is probably easier than zooming. Better quality, anyway. It's all this like little ARM chip here, and there's something here that's, let's have a look, analog devices chip, if that will focus. And especially this one, I think, and one of these other smaller ones, gets pretty toasty when it's plugged in. And I've got my Mac set up here with Thunderbolt on. And so, there, it's lit up like Christmas. By the way, this is a pain in the arse to get off. You've got to literally break some plastic tabs to get it open, and bits falling off. Fun. Where's the mic? So I took this one apart. Again, you've got to like rip off this glued thing. Thanks, BlackMagic. It looks a bit better if I put it at an angle. So this little chip in here is already getting toasty, and I've not even got anything plugged into it. Now, because I can't broadcast my finger, I have a laser thing that can detect temperatures. Okay, nothing especially warm right now. Let's see if this is warming up all. Although I think it only happens once you've got something plugged in, but it's getting toasty already for saying it's just sat there idle. These LEDs getting... Wow, the LED is actually getting warm. The LED is warmer than the chip, and it's next to it. Unless, is it the chip? Actually, no, I think it might be that little chip. Shouldn't really touch things like this dead on. Yeah, they're getting warm as well. Let's do a quick check around. But yeah, 40, 41, it's going up, going up, going up. Let me see if I can... hello. There. Can you hear me fine? If you can understand me? Let's find something. I'm going to find something that has HDMI out that's quick to plug in, and then I'm going to see if that raises the temperature. Although it won't work, I could just plug the Mac back into itself. Don't think that will blow up. I think. Okay. That's the Thunderbolt side, so this side is HDMI in. Plug that in, and I got the only cable that would not reach. 1 second, try again. Hopefully this one's long enough. And I just move the laptop if needs be. Oh, of course it's on the other side. Move this. Okay. And then this will just about reach if I do it like this. Okay. Apparently it did recognize it on my MacBook. Okay, let's see if this is how warm this is now. Okay, 42, 45, 46. Is it the little LED that's causing all this ruckus? Wouldn't that be a bugger? Oh no, that's little chip there is getting very toasty. So is that one. If I recall, it's this one that's the one that's really annoying. 44 over here as well. So imagine this is with the case off. Imagine it's like in a nice warm studio room, also encased in thick double layered plastic, which by the way has like some kind of weird metal, almost copper lining of insulation. I'm guessing it's some kind of RF shield. That's right. We'll attempt at one. Don't know. It's weird. A lot of weird. So 46 still on here. Let's get the laser on. Try again. 40. See if we can find the hottest spot on here. Oi, getting warmer. 43, 45, 47, 49. Can we hit 50 on this one? I thought something over here was getting warm. Let's have a look. 42, 45, 48, 49, 50. We've hit 50. So, what is that? Is it this? Or is it this? It's that one. Whoa. Capacitors there reaching 52. This little chip's nearly 50. Main chip is actually running pretty cool now. That one's running 46. Basically, imagine if there's like, this isn't an air-conditioned open, and it's open now. And it's not even doing that much. I've not set it up to actually take through an image. Let's see if I can do that here directly. Hello all, by the way. One second. That's the pretty smooth, I guess. See, is this still getting warm? Try again. Okay, 50-ish. 50 here. These capacitors are getting very, very toasty. It's traveling into the pins here, and just these pins are getting 53, 52. The main CPU is actually not that warm. See if I can find the hottest. 53 somewhere here. On the S-Video thing. See, it's almost like they're using the actual connectors themselves as heat sinks. 54. Shit. Hey, hur är läget själv där? There, that is my mandatory Swedish for the evening. For those who are joining, I'm currently trying to fix this card, but mainly I'm just seeing if this new live streaming shit works. Let's see if this will let me. Wow, the other camera's pretty blurry, isn't it? Let's go with. Here's the BlackMagic desktop software. Now, if I switch this to HDMI, do something complicated like this and this, and that. Now I've told it to... det är helt upp till dig. Jag kan prata engelska bättre än jag kan prata svenska. Let's try. Okay, let's see if it's warmed up. 55 in some places. I just saw... 52, 53, 54. But basically, if we were streaming, let's see, is that one getting warm now? Here it was getting pretty hot as well. Basically, at this point, during a live stream with this device, it would be doing that flickering horrible thing. I'll bring it back. Basically, this is a device that we bought to do live stream with. We've actually got 2 of them. And if we do analog, works fine. If we do HDMI, that's the output we get there. And it's horrible. Like, this breaks up the sound, sounds incredibly dumb. I'll take it away now. Hate it. And I've worked out that if I basically wrap this whole device in ice and cool it down, works fine. So I've took it apart and I've got this little thermometer-y doodad here. And so I'm running it on a little loop. And I'm checking on these little chips, and they're going up to like 50 something here, and I bet you I can get it to go to 60. 56. And so you can imagine, after 2 hours of running this thing, while this lid's on, and it's wrapped in this metal RF shield material, and it's in a warm studio with lights on it, it just goes instantly to flickering mode. But it only happens when we've got HDMI. It just doesn't do it with other stuff. And, you know, getting up to 100... I've been running this and tested this earlier. I got it to go up to about 80 something. I bet you if the lid's on, it's in a warm thing, this is going to get up to 100, which isn't safe or healthy for the device itself. So, I bought myself a couple of little heat sinks for, they're actually for, what are they called? Those little Raspberry Pi mini computers. Chillpasta? No. So, the thing is, I did actually try running this with ice packs to cool it down. We did a Christmas broadcast, a live stream, and I had to literally have an ice pack and a fan on it to keep it cool. How am I sounding, by the way? I know the image is not, it's blurry town, but that's my lighting. I could switch on the other lighting, but then I get this horrible strobing effect because of the 50 Hertz thing. I'm going to try and find the hottest little spot on here with my laser. And it's looking like it's around here. I might actually need to... I found on the board there's like these little pins here. And they have voltages on them. I think it actually says somewhere on 3.3. Somewhere else it's there. It says 3.3 as well. And there's some over here as well. So I'm going to maybe even put a little fan in, blowing across all these chips, and then put these on the hottest spots. And if I can, then I'll have a nice little self-contained, pretty quiet, better than my room fan I was using on it earlier. And it will stop doing the goddamn flickering. So I'm going to have a go at that. Let's have a look, 55. Which of these gets the hottest? It's in between, actually, that gets the hottest. That one's pretty toasty. That's looking like a prime candidate at the moment. Well, that one's getting pretty warm. I might need more heat sinks. See, now this one's heating up. Now that the HDMI's in. $57. It's not healthy. I wish it was small enough for me to fit it there. But I think that will just short shit out, because it's metal. I think I'm gonna go for that little chip here. That is warm. Let's see if this explodes. There's a lot of little things for it to hook onto there. We should have tested this a few more times now. No, that's gonna short out. Huh. Try again. Well, that one needs it, and it's the safest, so I'm gonna go for this. Bingo. Don't know if you can see. I'll try and zoom in. It'll get blurry, but at least you'll be able to see it. Should get a raisable dash so it actually just gets closer instead of blurry like that. But there it is. In pride of place. Let's see if it's absorbing the heat. Let's see which of these other chips is getting the warmest. This one's reaching 40 something. That's 50 something. Although there, if I could pop this one on top without shorting something out, because it is a block of solid copper. Although if I'm clever here, and the copper doesn't actually touch anything, let's see if I can stick this back on just to... Let's see, has that worked? Is it dead? It's not dead. Let's see if I can do the magic twice. Shit, that's hot. But in theory, if the heat's in those blades, that means it ain't in the device. I need a fan. I need a fan. Definitely. Yeah, I'll zoom in for you. Oh, it's blurry as buggery. Why bother? So. Wow. Warm. Oh shit, that's warm. No, I'm gonna need more heat sinks and I think some kind of fan. Is this one getting warm? While I'm here though, I will get my trusty tester and I will see if I can detect, if I can remember which one of these goddamn things is direct and which is, I'm guessing the wavy one is that and this one is, I wish they were labelled better. What's a nice safe way I can test it? I suppose if I just do this to ground it can't do that much damage. Okay. Which of you motherfuckers is ground? Well, the screw would probably be ground here. If it was screwed in, maybe. See, any of these marked as ground? There's ground. Yep, that's detected. And then I'll see if 3.3, this should come up as 3 on here. Hey, look at that, 3 point almost 3. This one, 3.3 on the nose. That must be ground. These must all be ground. Let's see if there's what's it called? Continuity. Should be these two. Nope. Which of you motherfuckers is this one? Oh God. Works. Okay. That means if I'm correct and that these others are ground, it should beep. Hey! They're all ground. Which means if I go here and test these, I can find out what voltages they are. 2.4, 2.4, 2.4, 2.4, and this one should be 3.3. Is there anything more exciting? Like a 12 or anything anywhere? This one. 1. 3.3. Nothing. Swear there was a, sorry, I got my massive head in the way here. Swear there was like a 12 volt somewhere on here. here, 12 volts. Very gentle. No, 1.2 volts. That makes more sense, I suppose. Another 3 here. Yeah. Another 3. 3 on the nose. Anything behind that entirely overly too bright? No, 3.3 seems to be the most we've got here. Damn, wish there was a 3, nothing, 3, 3, 3. .8. Aha, 5 volts. Nice. Now we're getting somewhere. What's done? There's one that's just named done. 3.3. Okay. So if I could get that 5. Is there a 5 anywhere else? Bet it's under the goddamn thing I've put on. But yeah, if I've got 5 there, and ground here or ground on any of these. No. Oh, those are grounded, unless you put it plugged in. If you actually do it right. No, looks like 5's the most I can do. Oh, hello. Sorry, email. Right, then. Right, hello, number person 2. That 5 volts seems to be the most I'm gonna get here. So let's do a quick Google search for 5 volt computer fan. And let's see, do they all need 12? God damn, I need tiny ones. I need tiny little Raspberry Pi fan. And 5 volt Flecht. Tradera of all places I can get one. For just 49 of your Swedish crowns. Huh. Okay. Anyone that's there that can say something in the chat. How is my audio, by the way? Because that's the thing I'm most worried about. I know the video is appalling. Don't get me wrong. It could be better. And it will be. I promise. Promise. How is the sound, though? I mean, I could always just listen to this back myself later and I'll know, but it is fun to know in the moment. Let's see the temperature now, if it's gone up or not. So, this is touching on, let's see what it is over here in this little hotspot, 60 still. This thing's, I think actually the copper's pulling it out there. That's gone down. Still hot as hell on those little diodes there. I think if I can pull, let's see, can I discover the amperage, the current, without blowing something up? Okay, ground and 3 volts here. Nothing. Should be able to detect from either side of this LED. Odd. Maybe I'm on the wrong setting. Yeah, there we go. Too high. Ooh, shit. Okay, wrong one. Hope I didn't just blow it up. Anything over here too warm? Oh shit. I didn't change the thumbnail. Oh well. Bugger. I'll fix the thumbnail later. Oh no, that's not good. Maybe it's this one then. That's resistance. How the hell do I get amps off this thing then? Here's ground. Here is, let's find a nice safe. So that's resistance. Ah, okay. Maybe, how the hell do I get measure ampage then? I suppose it needs to be DC, or otherwise I can't. God, I should actually learn how this stuff works, shouldn't I? How could I test this without blowing something up? Let's test this, because this should have 3.3 volts and ground 5 volts there. Let's go with that. Okay, just need to grab a micro USB if I don't have one handy. Thought I did. Had one just here a second ago. Nope. Grab one. This should be relatively safe. Suppose, yeah, of course, oh, it's mini, not micro. Micro, mini. Okay. It's a little Arduino clone. Okay. Hooray. Put this here in my little helping hands. How handy. If it would bloody... Come on. There, that should be better. So. Stay. Right. Now, here's ground. I should be able to measure between here and here. 14 amps. No, it must be 1.4. No, another way. Let's see if I can measure between the two LEDs. That's more like it. 400 milliamps. That's what I was expecting. Thereabouts. I don't know. I'd have to put something in between it now. I just hope it does it. But go back around to here. Measure this again. It's actually just under 5 amps. 5 volts, sorry. That's close enough though. That's 3.3. Then I just solder that on. 2 milliamps should be fine. Could even probably put a few in series. Do I have an LED or anything I can? Have I got a mini fan? No. I could try it. Just to see if anything comes off it. I don't want to have to actually solder it though. If I can get the ground in, then all I'll do is touch it on the 5. Anyway. Get this blinking red bugger out of the way now. I'm guessing blue is ground. God knows. Hopefully that will stay. Oh, oh, oh! Look at that. Look at that bastard fly. Now, the actual... there's a little bit of a breeze, but nothing enough. Now, I will have to get another fan for that, but I can get power off it. Let's see, what, oh, phew, I thought it was Celsius then. So let's have a look at what we've got. Yeah, it's still getting up in the nearly at 60. But if the heat's in there, it ain't in the chip, which is the most important bit. But I doubt it's stable still. It's used for, it's a video capture device, which if you observe, when it's doing analog, it's perfectly fine, just works. If, however, you use it with HDMI, it tends to produce something like that, along with the sound being in and out, in and out, in and out, along with the video. Actually, that's it cooling down. Let's restart it from the beginning. But yeah, you get the idea. It flickers like a mad bastard. So I've noticed though, if you put a fan on it, and I put it almost literally in a bucket of ice, then it works fine. So I took it apart and noticed that the parts in this are getting up to 60, nearly 70 degrees depending on what you do. Which ain't good for electronics. So I've attached these little Raspberry Pi heatsink things, and they seem to have cooled it slightly. I'm actually quite happy with that blue one. But the problem is though, they're metal, and metal is not, in fact it is electricity's friend. It's its best friend and its worst enemy. So yeah, 50, see, it's nearly 60. But I think that's as much as I can do at this second. Let's see, where did that go? Yeah, there. That's correct. Right. I think that's as much as I can do today. Good test, and I will maybe, let's see what time it is. Yeah, the alarm's going to come on soon in the building I'm in. But I'm happy with that test for now. Not as thrilling as I'd hoped, but did its job. I will continue with more exciting things another day. For now, signing off.